Come on in now, please. Former U.S. Ambassador to NATO, Kurt Volker. Ambassador, that was a combative speech from the president. He doesn't seem to have much patience with the United Nations, does he?
No, he doesn't. It was interesting for him to say that he's gone and solved 7 wars and got no help from the UN. And on that score, he actually has a point, that the Security Council is fundamentally divided. You've got Russia and China with different values, different interests that block any efforts of the United Nations to actually deal with global peace and security. So he's got a point there. I think he also is calling out Europe to do more on Russia's war against Ukraine, particularly ending the purchases of oil and gas. I think we could be doing a bit more as well. He's talked about sanctions and secondary sanctions on Russia for months, giving them lots of deadlines that have passed, and we still haven't executed that.
Got it. Now, Mr. Ambassador, several countries, including France, UK, Canada, Australia, they are recognizing Palestinian statehood. Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel says it's not going to happen. So, Kurt, in your opinion, is a two-state solution for this problem absolutely out of the question?
I think for as far ahead as we can see, yes. I wouldn't rule it out, sometime in the distant future. But there's no way Israelis or President Netanyahu now, or Prime Minister Netanyahu, are going to allow the Hamas to control a state. It's simply not going to happen after the brutal attacks of October 7th. And what we're seeing from all of these countries around the world, it's really an expression of displeasure with the way Israel has conducted the war in Gaza, not an actual recognition of an actual Palestinian state.
Is there any idea as to who will pay for any rebuilding of Gaza, even just clearing away the rubble? Who's going to pay for it? And where are the Palestinians going to go? Do we have any idea on these questions?
Well, I think Palestinians, that is where they live. They just don't, they should not be living in a terrorist-run state. That's what needs to be changed. As for what happens with the development there, I think we have to go back to President Trump's somewhat tongue-in-cheek suggestion about the Riviera, about making Gaza a beautiful Mediterranean seaside resort, because it actually is prime real estate. And the UAE, just west of there in Egypt, the UAE is building a resort like that. I think that economic development without solving some of these political problems is the way that this is going to have to go in the future.
Yeah, it was only partly tongue-in-cheek, that Riviera of the Middle East. Ambassador, thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure. Thanks very much, sir.